Hello, we're in episode 4 of Ketchy Nation Talk, and we're gonna have a really awesome episode. And lucky enough, we're gonna have a cool guest again for this episode. And would you want to introduce yourself? Well, first off, let me introduce myself. What I had said, and my other co-host guy, uh, Big Brother Alex. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Alex, and like doing a lot of stuff to for Ketchy Nation now. But it's good to be here and talk about Rocket Punch and stuff. And
And
great to have this special guest here again.
yeah, and our special guest is someone that was here from the last episode. Dookie, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi. I'm Tuki, and I'm one of the main translators for Rocket Punch, and yeah, the main translator for Ketchy Nation, basically.
All right. So how has you guys been doing? It's been a while. Whew. Ever since what? I don't know what episode 3 was. I don't know if it was Ring at that
I
time.
think it was,
Hasn't been that long. But
yeah,
it's
I
like
think it was right after Ring Ring promotion ended.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
I think it was about that, around that time.
I mean, there's been a lot of stuff that's going on, and we'll get through that news. But I just want to get into like going, like everyone doing thus far ever since episode 3. So just wanted to ask that question.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's been good. Been good. It's summer here, and you can listen to K-pop music and just
Mm,
lying down and relaxing and stuff like that. Like I'm trying to find a job now, so I just have a lot of free time. So
I see. I
it's
see.
nice for a while.
All right. So that's I guess everyone's having a summer. How about you, Dookie? How you been doing so far?
yeah, I'm doing good, pretty good. Yeah, the fancial V-Lives were very relaxing and healing.
Oh,
It's been like not tiring, but I've been feeling a bit exhausted the last day, but it's because of like the excitement for Ketchy launch and like overall
ooh.
the new environment around Bubble Up and the Japanese promotions.
Oh, that's
Like
something we're gonna.
there's a lot of things going on
Yeah,
these days.
that's definitely what we're gonna get into. As for me, I'm just chilling more or less these days. Kind of summer going on. Try to go out
Hmm.
as much as
Yeah.
possible. I mean, as much I could do,
Yeah,
but yeah,
we got to go out sometime.
yeah. So,
We all got.
uh, so let's get into the next thing here. We're gonna get into the news real quick because these are big things going on right now, and
Yeah, there's a lot of happening.
a lot of shock actually to me. For me personally, it's been shocking to see all these things going on, and hearing from you guys was this. So let's get to the news now. Oh, first off, Bubble Up has been released. Since a couple of days ago, or it's been a week already, or what?
Week ago.
A week
Yeah, I
ago?
think it's a week ago. Wait,
Yeah,
let me see.
so
It was released on July 13th,
July
so
30.
5 days ago. Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
it's been some time already. That's for me at least someone who listens a lot of K-pop more. It's a bit shocking to see the MV out before the album is out per se. So at least for me, what do you guys think about the Bubble Up being released this early on? I guess since August was its release date.
Yeah, I
For
was.
me, I think it's
Yeah.
really kind of was really refreshing in a way. It kind of surprised, but in a way it didn't because a lot there's like Japanese MVs. They as far as I know, they don't use so much teasers and stuff like that. They want to get something like the prime product, or how do you say, like straight away. But it was really good, nice surprise. I didn't want to wait and wait. So I'm happy that it was released pretty soon, and I think it kind of how do you say, it starts to hype like really well. Like sometimes if you get the MV at the same time that the album, the hype is really strong, but it comes like suddenly. But now
I see. I
because
see.
the MV is there, I think the hype is steadily going. Like people are more and more interested what is going to happen, and I think it's a really good kind of. I see it as a good decision.
That's cool. That's cool. How about you, Dookie? Since
Yeah,
you've been Twitter and you're so big into this bubble up thing. So what's your thoughts overall on bubble up being released this early
yeah.
on?
Do it first of all. I knew that Japanese like music industry and their way of hyping up a comeback or an album or something is a bit different from Korean comebacks and promotions, you know. But
Yeah.
I still remember it, you know. They posted it on Twitter that like I don't know, the music video release is at 12 a.m.
Mm.
JST, you know. I look at the clock and I thought like, wait, it's in 3 hours, dude. Like I was very
Yeah,
surprised that it was released in. It was announced 3 hours prior to the release, you know, and I
That's
was
crazy.
very surprised. Like I knew that it's a bit early, that it's
Mm.
released earlier than the full album, but I didn't know it was this
this
early.
are
Like we still have a lot of time, like 2 weeks or something. Or yeah, 2 weeks, but 3 weeks actually.
I mean, the only way I knew that Bubble was released is because there's someone that I follow on Twitter, of course, and then I see her going crazy, going like, "Hold up, Bubble!" I was like, "What's that? Wait, it's out already?" I was like, "Wait."
Yeah,
So, I mean, I saw your tweets too, of course, and I was like, "Oh, it's out already." I was like, "Oh man," and I was shocked. Even watching it was actually a pretty good thing. Anything else you want to add to the bubble up thing? Like what's your expectations so far, and what have you seen the reception of bubble up from other catchies, and and overall like comments out there, like anything that strikes to you
yeah.
that actually goes, oh wow, that's really cool that you want to share.
Like it's very cool that like Rocket Punch, you know, is a group that can rock every single concept out there. But I think the one concept they can pull off the best is like this bubblegum pop, you know?
Yeah.
And this
yeah, this
bubbly, very
cute stuff.
refreshing songs. And every single person I talk to loved Bubble Up. Even my one friend who doesn't like Rocket Punch songs because it's just not the
Hey
type, you
yo.
know? Yeah, they went like, hey yo, ba da 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 da, on
Dude,
dude, this
Yeah, it's
part
really
is
it's
so
good.
addicting, yo.
addicting.
Yeah, and even he liked it.
I think I
And
was a little bit worried if that would be like sometimes you see Japanese and they're like really like there's not so much showing the talent and it's not so much like, but I think that's this MV is perfect in that way that it's just in the right it's really cute, but
Hmm.
it's something that comes really naturally to them, and there's not a too big difference to some songs that they make, so it has this kind of a still this kind of rocket punch image and sound, so it doesn't
yeah,
go it's not full on Japanese like a same that you can see in many Japanese bands do or groups do. So I think it's a perfect song in that way. But what I have heard is that people were really people that didn't know Rocket Band so well, like who weren't Ketchys and who didn't know all the songs and so on. They maybe saw it Ride or Ring Ring the first time, and they were really skeptic about it. Like, oh, can they go like from Ride? Can they do this from can they do like
Oh.
160 or whatever, like to a total?
yeah,
We knew it that they can do it, but people were a little bit like some people like the B side songs of the Ring Ring single. They're like, can this same group do the total opposite? And I'm really proud they can rock, like you say, every concept, and that they really did really well this MV and this song. So I'm really proud of it. So
I'm
proud
also very
proud of
like
them.
one
Yeah.
thing to add is that I have some Japanese friends or like
Yeah.
people who can talk and understand Japanese, and they said that their Japanese pronunciation within the song is very clear and very good.
Yeah,
Like,
they studied hard.
Yeah, one friend told me that most Japanese releases from K-pop groups, like their Japanese is a bit like washed down or Americanized pronunciation.
Oh.
Like they have an Americanized pronunciation sometimes, or their Japanese isn't that clear or very heavy accented, But Rock Punch, they sound very natural while singing.
Yeah, and it's unbelievable that they can. It's not only the lyrics, like that there are groups that only know the lyrics and they just focus on them, but that they have a like a big, they can talk just normally, and they can that way like bring kind of this kind of natural thing to their when they sing, because they are so kind of how to say, they are really it's not something that they are not too nervous about, or they are really kind of know that they can do it, or
confident.
studied a lot.
They're very confident.
Yeah, really confident. That was the word I was thinking. Like they are really sure about themselves and confident, and they know they have worked hard for it. And probably Yuri has also a big kind of.
I mean that's
because
that's pretty big, because I mean, Juryful Days. There's time, they actually show that they've been practicing with her, talking to her, and
they do it. I think they
remember
do it
that
daily. They just wanted to like really go.
Was that game that Jury lost to? What game was that? Was it Dion who won that one or something like that? What game was that they did in Juryful Days?
All right, with the cards.
Right.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Jury's like, wait, no, dude, I'm supposed to be the fluid one. She lost. I mean, that gives you a culmination of their chemistry, teamwork, and and the love for each other to kind of help out and learn language and really get into the Japanese debut. It's good to hear that you talk to your Japanese friends, or and find out exactly what their thoughts on on Rocky Punch, and knowing full well that they actually that they have a very clear Japanese going on. That's really good to hear, actually. I for me, it's just when I saw this for Bubble Up and kind of seeing what they did, I knew full well, because I'm someone that before K-pop I was into more J-pop stuff, and when I heard the music, I was like, I love this. I was instantly in love with the whole song already. I was addicted to it. I was like, yeah. I haven't had time to fully listen to it each day, but I definitely like what the vibes are going with. And, they definitely had it in them to do that. They had that very cutesy thing, idol feel to it. Of course, this one's more different or unique in its own way, and that's fine. And that kind of works for them there. I'm looking forward to more. I'm not sure, is there any other songs other than, what was that, Bima Boom Japanese version? Is there other songs in their albums that they're gonna come out with, or is it
they teased something, like they showed some parts from B-sides in their Flight to Japan show. I think it was Summer Days, I believe. They showed a bit of Summer Days. When they were filmed recording.
So that's something to really look forward to, actually.
Yeah, and the song sounds so good.
Hey yo,
I love this part gets me every single time. Whenever I'm walking, I'm outside and just go do some shopping, or get some groceries. I listen to Bubble Up. I stand in front of the like veggie shelf, and then AO comes up. I instantly feel it, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to see how I look from the outside, because I'm just so hyped every time this comes up.
That's pretty cool, actually. All right. Okay, so we're Bubble Up has been really good. Reception's fine. They have really good Japanese going on here. We can go to the next thing now, something that they released recently also, and that is the acoustic version of Ring Ring Ring. Okay, what's your guys' thoughts on this?
Yeah, Alex, you can start.
Yeah. So I mean, their outfits look great on this picture. That's just one thing. What's your thoughts on the song overall? Like, what would you feel is a big difference between the main track, or the original song, and this acoustic version that they just did? Anyone?
Hello, Alex. Oh, all right. Wait. So I can start. Let me start. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was talking with a friend. We were speculating if it's just the ring ring rhythm, but with just the guitar, But we thought that this song would sound completely different from the original release, and we were quite right. It both have, like, they are the same song, but they have so much different vibes to them. Like Ring Ring is very hype. It's very upbeat, and you want to constantly dance to it,
Yeah.
And the acoustic version, however, is very calming. It's laid back, and like I listen to it every single day, almost every single hour, because I just love it to listen to it, close my eyes, and just enjoy it. I love it.
Oh my
I
god.
like it. Yeah, sure. It's like I think it showcases really good their vocals. Maybe the first time that I think that it's so much focused on how they sing and what kind of atmosphere, what kind of harmonies they do. So it's kind of like, we knew that they are good singers, but this is something that they really show how, like, usually all the volume groups are really proud of, that they are really like a not vocal heavy, but they have really strong vocals, and I just really like all the harmonies and all the kind of especially Suyun when there are parts where in Ring Ring in the normal version she belts them out and on a high pitch, and now she's kind of feeling it, and just like it's really good to just kind of listen when you want to be relaxed. And I think the biggest thing is that it showcases really good their vocals, and people are more, because they are doing so much in every MV, and their stages are so, they have a lot of expressions and they have this huge energy. So it's good that there is a song that you can only focus on listening, and kind of just people notice how good they are singing together. And many people have said that many groups are kind of, people were thinking that maybe there would be just an acoustic track, that the song was be kind of same, but this, because it's been recorded and it's been kind of produced totally differently, and that I think people really appreciate it, and that makes it feel so unique in a way, because it has this, like you guys said, it has this different atmosphere because it's totally recorded new. It's not using any of the from the original. It just has this kind of, I think it's really well done. I really love it.
I see. I mean, for me, when it comes down to this whole the acoustic version, for me, I didn't have expectations, but when I finally heard it, I was instantly in love with how cool sounding it is. It's like if you're going to a cafe and you want to see who the singer is up there, and you go get your tropical drink, or you get that coffee, and you just go into a cafe or something, and you just go in there and you see them, and you go, oh, that's kind of thing. That's the type of vibes you get. You're just really chilling and you're just kind of vibing it out.
Acoustic session, that's like
you're just having that. Yeah, you're just having a fun time, and I really like the fact that they didn't just go with just acoustic, just guitars. Like, they actually really put, they put a lot of thoughts and actually put a lot of work into producing the Ring Ring to be this, I guess, different version of the song, and they didn't just simply just do it. How like Willem Live, they just, we'll just add strings, whatever, guitar, whatever, and that's it. We'll just kind of
and let's call it a day. That this release was like, I could feel that it wasn't an afterthought, but it was very like organized, like
Yeah. Big
Yeah.
time, right?
yeah.
So
And the fact that it released a day or 2 days after Bubble Up, like we used to get two MVs in a year, but this time we got 3 MVs in. But this time we got 2 MVs in 2 days.
that's pretty big actually.
Yeah, like I think last year we got Bouncy and
Yeah.
Juicy, and well, maybe the if you can call it a music video, but this time around we got like Ring Ring Acoustic and Bubble Up in the span of 2 days, and I think, as I said last time, right, William finally woke up, I think, or they went all in with Rocket Punch this year.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
I think
see,
this
though.
is a big year.
We'll
This
see,
is
yeah.
a big year, yeah.
I mean, when you get down to it, I mean, I guess you can look at this like they go, "Oh, you hype up with Bubble Up," but they're like, "Wait, we you guys need to chill a little bit," and they just pulled out the
Yeah,
acoustic. They're like, "Oh,
more. This wasn't even the best thing.
oh man." I was like, this must have been a genius move from Willem, but we'll see, I guess.
I think it's a good way to show how how kind of they can do a totally opposite thing. Like this is so different than Bubble Up, and so they can master both of them. So I think it was a good decision again.
Very,
So
very good decision.
At this moment, Volume is making good decisions, and let's hope that continues.
Yeah. Hey, Ducci, what's the rank that they got in Genie? Ring Ring. What was the-
Ring Ring. The acoustic version was, I think, in 11th place
Ooh.
in the daily, in the real-time chart. And I think it even debuted on the daily chart, which is a bit different. Like, the song has to chart in the real-time charts consistently
So
every single day for 7 days a week, or like for 5 days a week.
So everyone liked it actually. A
Yeah,
lot more
so
people
it
liked
has to be consistently good. Like it doesn't have, and the daily chart is a bit like it reflects how popular a song is over a week.
That's still
and-
pretty big. For
Yeah,
me.
in the top 100 it's an acoustic version. It's not promoted much, and it's still debuted on Genie on the daily charts, and I think that's a big deal,
that's
in my
a big
opinion.
sign, and that's a really big sign.
especially
actually.
for Rocket Punch.
I want to mention one more thing is that I know people from different fandoms, and this is one of the songs that people are not so into other songs so much, but they really like this song. So I think that's also a great thing. And,
Good move, Willem.
and differentiate people and that's something that a good group needs. This kind of song that people who are not maybe so into even K-pop, they like to listen to it or put on a playlist. So
Definitely.
really
All right. We have enough talking about this acoustic. Is there anything else you guys want to add to this Ring Ring acoustic before we switch to the next topic here? Anything?
The member pictures and posts on Instagram and
that's
so
true.
on, they were beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah, but I think that's what I wanted to add. I just wanted to talk about it.
I'm like, we should have added those pictures in, at least one of them. Well, that's fine. Just the picture of the screenshot and the video is pretty good too. So,
Yeah,
all right. We'll go into the next thing. All right. So we here. The one we're gonna be talking about is
No,
Ketchy launch.
that's-
So right now you're not seeing if you're watching on YouTube, you're not gonna see our logos or anything. We're having a little technical issues right now. So
Yeah.
we'll see if we can get that fixed at some point. So Zuchi,
yeah,
so what is this Ketchy
I-
launch? You
I
talked
think-
about earlier.
yeah. To everyone who
so,
doesn't know
yeah.
about Ketchy Launch,
What can you give me
it's
a syrup
basically
on?
I believe the very first subbing team for Rocket Punch, the international subbing team. I created it together with 3 other translators within the fandom, and we just right now our first project is to translate the Rocket Punch Flight to Japan show every single week, and so far it's going pretty good.
That's
you know?
crazy. So,
But
so do you have any stories?
I have to
when you
tell you
guys were
something
doing
about
the
the first
whole,
episode. Like the
you know,
very
fights in
first episode
Japan,
was
or like your first
such a
time
roller
doing
coaster
this
for
event, so.
for me and for the main translator for this episode. So first of all, like the video was provided by RCPC Egg on Twitter, and he had some crazy trouble getting this video because it's like the first time for him to get the direct video from a Bima TV. It works a bit different than YouTube. So that was the very first hurdle. Then
that's crazy.
Like Piomin, my friend, you know, who translated the video, and she lives in the US and I live in Germany. So we have a 9 hours time difference.
Oh, okay.
And it was the first time we worked as a team. Like the first time working in a team, working on subs as a team it's different, you know. Like you have to get used to it, and there was constant communication going on between us. So I had to stay up at 3 a.m. my time, while she came back from work in the US, and then I basically pulled an all-nighter for this video because you know, like I had to wait for her translations so that I can like typeset it so that I can edit it. So I was awake. So we worked on this video for I think 7 hours. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can do everything. Like I also timed the video, I encoded it, and I typeset it. But I can't speak. Alex, are you okay? No, hold on. This is okay. Well, now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Are you going to edit it, or are we just?
That's crazy, man. Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, at least you guys fixed it.
Yeah. No.
The whole. I guess it's better now. Like when you're doing these type of fans.
But basically, the story behind this first episode was I was awake from 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. I thought it would take at least like 1 hour or so I could just wake up at 3 a.m., work till like 5 a.m. The video is released, and then I can go back to sleep, right? But because there were some difficulties, you know, there were some trouble.
That's pretty big. Yeah, that's pretty big, you know. And
yeah.
And I haven't really seen a little bit. I mean,
I saw dance practice that day.
I saw the Fly Japan, but
so I was like awake for more than 24 hours
and,
at that point,
and how,
and I had to
what they
go to dance practice
because it's a really cool.
I was
video.
basically
like,
a zombie,
into,
and I
like
couldn't do anything. But
it was
seeing
making a bubble,
seeing how well,
and, you know, we're kind of
video
questioning. They were showing the bubble up in the end, right? Like show like
fans, you know,
the
it's very big, yeah, and because I wanted the very first video, the very first project, our debut, to be perfect. You know, I wanted to look as professional as possible. You know, for the first video to give a good first impression.
So
that's why I stayed up so
the other
late.
question I have is, in your in this Ketchy launch, it's 3 people, or is it more than 3 people in there right now?
But it was just for the first episode. I think the second episode went very smoothly. My sleeping schedule wasn't messed up. Yeah. Yeah, but because it was the very first time, we were like excited and nervous and made like small mistakes. But these small errors, they added up, you know.
That's
add
really
up
cool,
eventually.
though. So if you know a thing or two of typesetting,
but it's still very fun to work on these.
Yeah.
Basically, it's for me this entire project, this entire team.
I mean, you could just give them a holler,
love letter towards Ketchy from me to them.
Should work together
to
that's
kind of
what
thank them
about. So.
How they accepted me and how welcomed I felt back then when I first started out on Ketchy Twitter, you know. And I wanted to give them something back. Yeah, don't worry.
Oof. Yeah, I see that, and that's good though. That's good. I mean, fan subs translations really do help a lot, especially the fan. You know, it helps the group out. I mean, we've seen a lot of things out there that's been translated in different continents, and that thing has gone viral. Who knows? Japan. Maybe this whole thing with Ketchy launch will blow up, and then things will get in a bigger thing. I hope things get better, and I hope you guys become super successful. I mean, your first view, like you said, was 7,000.
I was thinking about that's you know, I still do my own translations over on Ketchy Nation. And my plan was
you want to add to Ketchy
I concentrate on I focus on smaller videos, you know, right, the video series I do right now with Jury and the Underground Dungeon, you know, and the bigger projects like Rocket Punch Flight to Japan or like the Twitter Blue Rooms, you know, like these bigger videos I can't do alone. These ones Ketchy launch will do.
Yeah,
like the interviews and like the smaller stuff and the interviews, for example, I do it myself. But the bigger projects that are more important than the rest, I will let Ketchy launch handle it together with me or like with the other members. Like wait a second, how many members do we have? We have
that's good though. I mean,
14 members.
You want to be open. Already. You want it to be friendly
on the team.
Yeah. So. 14 people.
We'll
see. I mean, so far, I say it's a success.
3 people only worked on this video, and the next video
gathered a lot more. And the views that you guys made in the first debut video you guys had of the translation. So I think it's going good.
It's basically
we'll go to the next topic.
Like
now,
my goal for Ketchy launch was to.
How excited are you about this pocket dolls thing, you know?
It's the first step towards being accepted as a fandom, you know, being accepted as a big fandom. Because like every big fandom out there has a sub-team, right? And I just wanted wanted people to see that Ketchy are sort of professional, that they are big enough to have a sub-team.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm not gonna go too crazy. I may pick one member, and that's probably it.
Is Alex coming back?
Because I know, you know, thus far of all the videos out there, and even V Lives, actually, they're very nice. You know, they're very nice to Ketchys out there. And then this would be another thing that they can really communicate.
Yeah.
The one thing I like about Pocket Dolls is that it helps them communicate with the international side a lot more than it would be on the Korean side. And that's not saying anything, but that's a big deal because, you know, there's a lot of Ketchys out there who would love to say something or point it out, and you know, and there's not a way to do that. And the other thing about pocket dolls is that this is another cool way to communicate without really, being out there.
Absolutely cursed,
usually
dude.
you'll be like, hey,
It's
hi,
absolutely
Young, hey,
cursed.
I love you, whatever, like kind of have those things, right? And you're hoping she kind of responds to you,
Yeah.
and then maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so so that's one of the big things too, that you don't want people to read your message
Yeah.
sometimes.
So
It's nice
so
messages.
for
We're not talking about
everyone
those bad
wondering
ones,
what
of
Ketchy
course.
Launch
So we're
is,
talking
it's
about
basically
very good
the
ones.
first subbing team
And
for
we
Rocket
never,
Punch, I
I would
believe.
say,
At least
from my
the
point of
first,
view overall, I've not
international,
seen a way to really communicate with them
subbing team I
in
created
such
to
a way
work
like this, how
together
Pocket
with
Doll is.
3 other
And
translators.
I don't know, has it ever been like that?
And
Like
yeah,
there's been
we're
points where you can actually
currently
talk to
working on
Rocky Punch
the
or
Rocket
anything. I know the
Punch
letters
Fly to
on
Japan
Dom
variety
Cafe
show,
is one
or
thing,
like
but
these,
it's not like they
the
respond
show.
to that.
Yeah, we're working
At
on
least
it
here,
every single
well,
week.
I'm talking about it. Okay, so the way I'm trying to say that is, when you write a letter
Yeah.
in Don Cafe, right? If you get a response, usually would get like a comment below saying,
Yeah, right.
and it'll say
So,
something. I don't
the very first
technically
episode
see
was
that in Don
so
Cafe.
messy.
So
It was
that's what I'm pointing out. Like I
chaotic.
haven't seen something.
It was
in that
very
sort.
chaotic.
Pocket Dolls
The-
kind of that way.
The work,
They're not.
like,
They're
you
not.
have to
It's
imagine
not
that
always that they respond to you.
everyone
but
on the
at
team,
least for me, is that
Pyomin and I, Pyomin
in
is
this
the
type of
main Japanese translator, and
I guess
am
in this type
the
of
main,
format, at
Korean
least you know they
translator.
read
You know,
it. I mean, Dom Cafe.
we work
They,
very differently.
of course, they're gonna read
like
it.
we have
no doubt
different
about it. At
approaches
least here,
towards
Pocket Dolls,
translations
they'll read it.
and
At least it's
subtitles.
translated,
And also, we live
that would
like
be.
9 hours.
I know for
apart.
you, since you're a translator
in
from
terms of
Korean
time zones.
thing, you can
Like
easily
she lives
just-
in the
just
US,
type
I
it
live
out.
in Germany,
So-
and we had to adjust to one another. The thing was that she's very busy right now, so I was like, okay, cool, I can stay up and I can
it's
stay
still,
up a bit late.
I mean, the translation is not,
It's not big-
all that.
it's not a big
what
deal.
it is, but
So
it's still,
I took a nap,
it's still
woke up
something
at
at
3
least.
a.m. and started working.
I don't know
on,
when this thing is
the
gonna
subtitles,
release.
you know,
When they say
on
very soon, could
typesetting
be
the
today,
subtitles.
could be later today. When they
But
do release
there
it,
were some like issues.
who's the
you know.
member you're gonna go
Like
for?
she
Or are you just gonna
randomly
subscribe
thought
to every
like,
member?
okay, right, let me change this one. Okay, let me translate the actual song. Like, let me translate the Bubble Up
Yeah.
lyrics, because at that time, Bubble Up wasn't released yet, but it was shown in the episode.
Okay.
So basically, I was typesetting it, and because I had to adjust myself to her
Oh.
subbing style, and
Ooh, Sohee.
it took a bit.
Sohee.
It took a long time.
I'm like
I
Sohee.
thought we would just work on it for 2 hours and I can go back to sleep at 5 a.m. You know. But there was just like small errors, especially from myself. You know, they all added up, and I
Yeah.
was awake until we worked until 10 a.m. or something. And you have to know, right? I had to go like at 10:30. At 10:30 a.m. I had to take the last train. You know.
May she
the video
respond
was
to you
finalized
in the most
like we
gratuitous
finished
way,
the
as long as
episode at 10 a.m. and I wanted to be there when it's uploaded and when we all tweeted about it, you know.
Oh man.
And it was very tight. I was
If I were
like,
to choose one member,
I was already dressed up and everything, and I just
I don't know. It's gonna
waited
be hard for me to choose.
for it to be released.
I'll think about that.
And at the same day, I had
leaning
dance
towards
practice,
Jonhee,
and I
but,
was
maybe
awake for
Jaehyung.
more than 24 hours at that
see.
point. I couldn't talk to anyone.
Never.
It was
I
like,
did that with
okay,
Lovely's.
just let me get it
No,
over
I'm not
it,
doing
okay?
that with
Just-
this. I'm not happening.
Just let me
I'll
do it.
pick one member. That's it.
And once I
Okay,
came back,
so
and once I got back home,
that's what
I
Pocket Dolls is.
fell asleep and
Everyone
went and
else,
slept for
the
like
one thing I'll
16 hours
do
or so.
before
I
I get
was
to the next
exhausted
segment, Pocket
that
Dolls
day.
is an app
But yeah.
where you can communicate with idols. But there's a catch to it. If you want to do the private message, it does cost money to get the subscription. You subscribe
Yeah,
to
it's way
an
better
idol
now. Like
in
the
that
second
group.
episode went
And then when
way
you send a
more
message,
smoothly.
you also have
It
to buy
was
that thing
very
too.
smooth.
So
The second episode,
it's
yeah.
I depends if you
Oh,
really
yeah,
like the
but
group.
still.
Like if you're
I-
catchy and you
I
really want to talk to them,
want to take
and
this
so,
chance and just want
pick
to thank
one member
everyone
and
for
then
this
just buy a lot of
amazing
cards, you know, like
first
the mail thing, and
like debut
just
video.
write
You
to
know,
them.
like it blew up
I
a
don't know,
lot,
every other
like
week you
7,000
wanna do that.
views in 6
more
days
times
or
than not,
something.
if you
It's pretty
communicate
big.
them enough or you write enough letters,
Yeah,
nice ones, please, nice ones. Yeah, they'll definitely communicate with you. There's a chance, but it's not guaranteed. So don't go there and be like, oh, it was guaranteed. No, it's not guaranteed. And that's all I'm gonna say to that. So if you want to do Pocket Dolls, Android, iOS, they both have it. Check it out.
And
that's basically what Pocket Dolls is. I'm looking forward to
yeah,
it.
right.
I'll have fun.
And
I'll
over the next episode, they will go through
I'll DM or
how
something if I ever
their
get a
path
message
has
or
been,
answer.
like ever since from the
On
debut
through
to
them,
up
I
until
guess.
now. And
So yeah,
I think in the next
so we'll
episode
get
they
to the
will
next
talk
thing.
about
This
each
is something you're
individual
gonna need to
member and their
tell me
experiences
about
and so
a
on.
lot, I guess.
I'm looking forward to it.
This is the whole viral thing. So yeah.
Yeah, we are like 14 people in there. Yeah, 14 people. And like you can always like apply to it. We don't have a very strict like agenda or something. Like everyone can join. Everyone who is willing to help is just welcome. Or timing or like anything. You don't have to speak Korean or Japanese or anything. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the main intentions why I created Ketchy Launch to like first lessen the burden from me and from any other translator, and also for I want to unite sort of unite this fandom, because right now we are just scattered around since we are still a very young fandom. We are still very small, and that's a way to like work together as Ketchys, you know. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just a short thing I want to say, that the main focus on the Ketchy launch is to like look as professional as possible, while also being very like approachable, you know. Like most fandoms I've been in had a subbing team and they felt very distant, you know, like I can't really describe it. They were intimidating in some way. I don't know if you get it, but I want to be like the very approachable. Like I want to show people that
I mean, in some ways, the payoff was well enough to try to give them as much exposure as possible.
I'm a Ketchy
fanship thing is
and translator second.
It's a big deal in itself,
and I want to show people that. And I hope
you're getting a lot of talks from other
somehow.
fandoms about the group. You basically did what you needed to do. I have nothing against this whole thing. I do have something against the whole fanship thing itself, where recording stuff. But this thing to happen is well worth its risk. Yeah.
I'm actually very excited because, well, it's a new possibility
So
for Rocket
it's-
Punch, you know. And second, like I can
Yeah.
finally
It's so
like
it's
chat
one
with
of those
them at
things
least,
where
you know,
if it
it's a very big
give
deal
you more
for me.
positives than negatives,
It's
then I would
my first
say
time using
I would give
Pocket
it a
Dolls.
leeway. But the thing
So
is,
I'm not
to
really
anyone
familiar
watching
with it,
this
but
or listening to this
yeah.
whole thing, yeah, the viral
how do
was
you
really
feel about
good. Just don't do it. If just yeah, don't let it be a habit. Don't be like recording all the fan chips now and be like, oh, I need to show it out there. You know, just let this be a one-time thing, you know, and just just have it. For me, it's a very good you know, it's a very good sign that
Yeah.
everyone else had fun and they went viral. Rocket Punch is getting a lot of exposure. People are talking about them now more or less about the covers they did. And you know, if Luna decides to kind of react to this, it's even better. And the other groups there, you know, the thing is you know, these videos out there that, you know, like fan chips and stuff, you know, it is what it is. And sadly I couldn't watch this. It's fine, I'll see it eventually. But yeah, so I think it's good in that
Yeah.
sense. We'll see. I think the viral thing is one of the things that you have
Yeah,
to
like
take a risk
I don't
as
know,
a
one
fandom
out
to
of 10
get
times
the
she
name out there. And
they would
it
respond to
paid
me,
off.
but it's
From
not a big
what
deal,
I'm hearing
but
from you,
since
Dugan,
the chat
and
is
what
like
this whole
very
thing
fast
happened,
and
it
they
truly paid off
always
for what
they
it
can't
is.
always
Yeah,
say
there
something
is those
to my
controversies
comments
here
and
and
so
there,
on, but
if we look
yeah,
at the
I'm
biggest
very excited
positive out
because
there,
Pocket Dolls
people
is
are
a
going to
way
start
to
noticing Rocket Punch more and more. And when
express
August comes out
my
with
feelings
Bubble
towards
Up and
them in
you know,
a
and
more
they go to
personal
more
way,
shows,
you know.
they're gonna be, you know, there are gonna be a lot more talks about them. So this could be one of those days where said, if they didn't do this, you know, this wouldn't have happened. Now we're,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
it's
a
just
pivotal stone of
yeah.
the fandom to do something. And to me, that's a good sign. Good sign that everyone wants to contribute and help out. Yeah, it's kind of in the gray area, but you know, it helped out in the end. Is there anything else you want to add to this story? Or yeah, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good though. That's really good to hear. Ah man. Jeez. I hope I wish Alex was here to do this other segment, but you know, he's kind of busy and then there was a whole technical problem that happened. Hopefully in the next episode we'll have better better situation.
Yes,
and
somewhat
Alex
easy.
will
Like
be here for the full episode.
I've been
Well, he was
translating
here
only
for
from Korean to
the
English,
other half
but
of
like my sentences
the other
are
half
very
of this episode, and
basic,
I think it's
you know.
it's good enough for now. He sends regards to everyone here for the second part. You know, and hopefully he can do
Yeah.
that. Dang. So I'm like, it could have been fun. I guess better in that sense. Oops.
No, I don't have that.
So
I don't have that amount of money. But
I guess we could
like
end
I'm
this
in a group
thing.
chat
So
with
my
a couple
thing
of
is,
friends, you know, and we're picking.
what do you think of the
Each
episode
one
4? I mean, there was
picks a member,
a
and then
little
we'll just talk about
thing that happened here and there.
like
But, you know, what's your thoughts
I
on
think
episode 4
Suyu,
thus
Yoni,
far,
and Juri is
Like,
already
you got your message out there,
and
and,
Yoongyong and
you know,
Yoongyong are already covered. So I think I will go with Sohee because I don't know. I have a
Yeah.
soft spot for Sohee lately. I don't know because I don't know if you knew it, but I don't know. On Twitter I took a lot of like very cursed screenshots. You know, like I don't know if you know about Lohi, but
Yeah.
everyone from Twitter who is watching or like listening to this podcast,
Man,
they know about
you're really
Lohi.
good at this. I
And
mean, you should co
I can
host
show it to you later. But,
Alex.
but yeah, I have so many.
Alex
cool
will kill me
pictures
for that.
So we like they are just funny, you know, and I love
Oh
Sohee
man.
lately. a lot.
No,
So
you're really knowledgeable,
so
Ketchy, and
so
you put a lot of passion and work, and especially now with this Ketchy lines that you put out there, and with other translators involved, of course.
well,
You know,
I'm really
it
looking
shows
forward
how
to,
much you really love,
to this one.
you know, Rocket Punch, and how much you want them to succeed, and also make a fun and cool and, you know, nice environment out there for all the Ketchy fandoms to enjoy. So that's something I'm like, yeah, always. It's always fun to have you here to be doing the Ketchy Nation talk.
All or
And
nothing,
yeah,
bro.
you're definitely
All
a
or nothing.
big fan here. Very important. So that's one thing I wanted to say about this. I think the episode went pretty well, other than a few hiccups here and there. But you know, it things sings.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna end this now. If there's any other last words you want to say, just, you know, just kind of say it. Nothing. Third time's the charm. Jeez. Yeah. All right, so this is gonna be the end of episode